What's up, YouTube? Vengefulsorrow here once again, and welcome back. Another video, another drinking video, and I'm a little exhausted. I'm a little out of breath here. I just got back from a bike ride, so I'm a little sweaty and I'm a little exhausted. But well, it kind of leads into what we're doing today. Well, it's the afternoon, and it's early afternoon actually. I was able to get off work a little early. So I figure I'm going to take advantage of this, and I'm going to drink me some beer. In fact, 2 beers. I know it's pretty basic and standard, but you know what? 2 beers is enough. That gets me. Especially in such a short little window here. If I were to sip on it for over the course of like half an hour, it's not quite as effective as if I were to do it in like 10 minutes or so, however long this video ends up being. But I guess we'll discuss some things, I guess, nothing important, but I don't know, I got some stuff to talk about. It's been a little while, so let's crack her on open. So it has been a little while, so I haven't really made a video in the last few weeks actually. But I had kind of mentioned in passing a couple days ago about I really haven't been focused on making videos because I've been a little bit depressed, and I was just worried that people were going to be worried about me. But you know what? I guess there's, to me at least, I've experienced different levels of depression in my own life. There's been times where I want to kill myself. Events happen in life. Shit happens, People make you sad. Stuff goes on, and then there's times where I just feel unmotivated and there's nothing really prompting it. There's nothing really making you feel that way. Sometimes you just feel that way. I guess this is somewhere in between there. I don't want to kill myself, but it's not completely out of the blue. I found out some news about ex-girlfriends and shit. So my 2 major relationships in the last, I don't know, 2-3 months, I found out stuff about them. One's getting married and one's pregnant, so, it's kind of sad. So anyway, I've just kind of been keeping to myself, trying to work on things inside myself, so I'm going on bike rides, kind of just clear my head. It's like a 30-minute bike ride, but that's 30 minutes where I'm out of this room. This room's kind of sad because it's, I feel like stuck in this room. I don't do nothing in here besides fucking sleep and play video games, so just something to get out of the house, I guess. I really don't got many friends, so, but don't worry about me. I'm just trying to clear my head, kind of depression. That's kind of kind of the level where I'm at, so don't be worried. So we got ourselves an afternoon. We got ourselves some beer. What am I going to be doing? Well, cool thing is, I have, I guess, in a little bit of a sense, been motivated to play some games recently. And probably, I don't even remember what I was playing last time I made a video. But I don't want to make it too video gamey because not all y'all are into that, but I'm sure there's some portion of my demographic who are, but we'll glance over it, I guess. Just to finish that one off. So, I'm trying to think if there was anything before this, but what was it? Fuck, man, what was it? I know I was trying to play Days Gone, but I couldn't get into that game, and I was trying to play Demon Souls, but again I couldn't get into it because they had just announced like a remaster. So, I know I was playing. I actually have this like list built up of games that I wanted to play. You know, that I had seen on previous announcements years and years ago and shit. And I saw one and I'm like, I like that idea. Oh, and I was trying to play Outlast 2. Outlast 1, 2, like TOO in addition. So I couldn't get motivated for that. So I looked at my list and I'm like, what games can I play that I've been wanting to, you know? And I saw, and this is a completely, like, probably obscure game, but Moons of Madness, and it's supposed to be like some horror-themed game. I had no idea about the gameplay. I just saw like a little teaser trailer years ago. But I downloaded it and played it, and it's actually surprisingly fun, I guess. I don't know if you call it fun. It's a walking simulator with no combat at all. You know, like Outlast, you don't have weapons. Some people might call it a walking simulator. It's not like that. There's like no enemies. You just have to like keep away from the walls, because the walls have like these vines on them, and if you get too close to the walls, it basically kills you. And then there's this one section that has an enemy, and you just have to outrun him, and you run very slowly, but you have to outrun him. So anyway, it was a short little fucking game, like a couple hours, and I actually enjoyed it, and that kind of pushed me to have motivation because I actually completed a game rather than giving up on one. So I guess that helped me a little bit to finish projects that I started. So anyway, I also bought the new SpongeBob game, and I know it's a remaster, but that was something. That was a really fun game because SpongeBob, I grew up on SpongeBob. Shit was awesome. And I downloaded the game and I tried it just because, fuck, why not? And I got hooked. Like, I got addicted to that shit. And I couldn't fucking stop. I wanted 100% it, but at some point I just was like, I don't need to fucking find all the socks, you know. All the golden spatulas was fine by me. But I didn't find all the socks because I'm like, I would have to look it up, and I don't want to look it up, you know. So I'm like, I'm satisfied here. So that was great. The only thing that sucked about that game like, it was beautiful, perfect game. The only thing that sucked was I didn't have the original voice actor for Mr. Krabs and for Mermaid Man. Now the people who substituted did a good job. Like, I kind of liked the voice for Mr. Krabs by the end, but it was just so silly and stupid that they didn't get the original actor. It's iconic, you know. So that was a little crazy, but I ended up enjoying the game, and I finished it and 100%ed the spatulas, which is basically the thing you need to advance. And man, some of those boss fights were actually like ingenious, especially being boss fights from the original game, which released 2003, I think. So yeah, it was pretty incredible that it was an actually enjoyable game, being such an old school game, you know. So really enjoyable. So then I was there something in between? I don't know. I finished that one the other day. Then I started. So my next game, and a lot of people are telling me, to play The Last of Us 2. and I want to play it. In fact, I bought it. It's up here on my wall. But I don't know. I just don't have the motivation to play that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have motivations to play games. I just didn't have the motivation to play that yet. So I also had bought on a really, really good deal at Walmart for like $20 the Quantic Dream Collection. So that's got Heavy Rain, which I've already played and I'm not going to play again because it's kind of spoiled once you know the story. There's no point in playing it again. Detroit Become Human and Beyond Two Souls. So I'm playing Beyond Two Souls right now, and I'm just starting the beginning of it. So it's a pretty straightforward game. It's pretty similar to Heavy Rain, which is great. So if I can play this game and beat it quickly, you know, or at least not necessarily quickly, but without like giving up on it, that'll motivate me more, and then I'll get motivated more being Detroit Become Human, and then maybe I'll play The Last of Us 2. So at least if I've got aspects of my life that are positive, hopefully they can spill over into other aspects of my life. Now, like I said, don't be worried about me. I'm not like hating myself or anything. I'm just living life with a range of emotions, you know, because I don't know, man. If you're always happy, then you're just going to be like blindsided if you have anything bad happen. So, you know, if you learn to deal with a wide range of emotions and how to cope with them, then I guess it's more healthy overall in your life. I don't know. I'm just making all that shit up. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? Oh, cool thing. While I was out riding my bike, actually, a lot in the last like week that I've been riding my bike, there's this like pond, you know, right next to the trail or whatever, and there's this gator in there. I don't know if there's more than one, but there's a gator in there, at least one, and he's pretty big. I'd probably say he's at least 6 feet. Like, he's a full-grown gator. He's not a little baby. So that's cool. It's like going to the zoo without going to the zoo. Oh shit, I knew I was missing something. My Nintendo Switch. So I fucking had an urge to play pinball, and I've been fucking wanting to play pinball. So I was at Walmart browsing the games when I was buying those, and I bought fucking Star Wars pinball game, and it's fucking fun as hell. And it's on the Switch, so I've been playing it while taking a shit. So, you know, I got a high score of like, I don't know, 40 million or something on one of those pinball tables in there and shit. So that's I knew I was missing something. But before I get my last sip, I do want to plug my Patreon one more time. So basically, you know, there's different tiers. You can do different things. You know, you get different results for different tiers. Primarily, it's just a way to support me. You know, because, you know, for instance, like an Old English, it's like after taxes and shit, it's like $3. I know that's not a lot, but if I'm making quite a few videos every month, it adds up. You know, if I'm doing 10 videos, that's $30. So a little bit of support would help. So you also get different things like my deleted video playlist. Basically, all the videos throughout the years that have been deleted off of YouTube because they were too racy or too much for YouTube's audience to handle, the general populace. So would encourage you to check that out. That's only $5. That's the lowest tier, and they range all the way up to like, God, I think it's like 40 or 50. I haven't checked in a while, but where, you know, I'll do a liquor slam, sign the bottle, and send it to you. So there's a lot of cool things, and you know, it's like I said, in general, just a way to support me. So there's also, if some of the tiers are filled up, depending on, you know, the request, I may honor it or not. But I have a CashApp and Venmo account that we can substitute in for Patreon, so that you can still, number one, support me, but still get a reward or something back, you know. So let's take this last sip, and then I'll give you the peace. Peace.